Welcome to the Traders Market Intelligence Report brought to you by WealthBuildersHQ.com. This update is for Monday, August 4th, 2025. Hope you're having a great day. Hope it was a good trading day for you. I know I was in the Inner Circle meeting earlier today, our quarterly training, and we were talking a little bit in there, the group was, about the trades that they were doing this morning inside of our trading room. So very excited. There's still a great day like today when the market's crashing down, but there are people making money. So as we get started, keep in mind that everything we look at is for education. Nothing's meant to be advice or recommendations. If you find anything you like, make sure it fits your own personal risk profile and risk tolerance. Right? Here's our follow us page. Make sure you keep up with all the content we put out there for our latest and greatest. I did not change it on this end yet, but we have a brand new newsletter link as well, thetradingpost.com, that you can go to and then register for that as well. All right. So, not what I wanted to bring up there. I was clicking on those by mistake. Here we go. All right, let's look at the S&P 500. I'm going to go ahead and move that out of the way. And we are down almost 100 points right now. We've bounced back a little bit. Isn't it funny that we went almost right to the fib line and bounced? I mean, is that ironic? And then we opened up right near the 21 moving average. I mean, isn't that ironic how accurate these levels, these indicators are? Good bounce in there today. You know, if we look at the 5 minute, I was just looking over that because we still have about 10 minutes left till the market closes. I was just looking over that, and if you look at the way we dropped today, so there's the close from yesterday, from Thursday. Here's the open, and we just went kerplunk. We came back up and a small pull down. We went a higher high then, which was great, but then we put in a lower low. Right? Now we have a high, a higher low, and we don't know yet. Right? We've only got, like I said, about 7 or 8 minutes left until the market closes. But we did get a bounce off of the lows of the day. We did kind of put in a double bottom in there, which is great that we bounced from it. So the bulls tried to get some back again. I think it was an overreaction. Hence, when you see the VIX, I really believe it's a massive overreaction on the VIX. But you know what's going on today that's causing all of this? You got tariffs, right? You got trade, everything with what's going on. Because of that, is there going to be a trade war now? You've got earnings that came out. Nvidia, Amazon, and the likes were not good. Tech suffered badly today. Jobs reports. I mean, it is not a good scenario right now for what's looking like out there, right? Tariffs as high as, I saw something that said 41%. They were up in Canada's tariffs from 25 to 35. Or I was just, there's a lot. There's a lot to unpack there. Fragile market. The threat of Russia's going to have to, you know, get the war ended in the next 11 days or 8 days or whatever the number is now. I don't know if it's all going to happen, right? We're going to see. But right now, where do we go? First things first, we are in a neutral bias right now. I have a fairly clean path from one fib line to the next. Yeah, I've got the 21 moving average in there, but it's near the top. So we could play ping pong between that level as we did back here. All right, so, and I'm okay with that. I'm fine with that. A little bit of pullback, a little bit of rest, nothing wrong with this. I know so many people are absolutely freaking, and I mean freaking out right now. I wasn't even around a good portion of today because of an appointment that I had, and my phone was blowing up with questions of what do we do? Oh my God, the world's coming to an end, right? Which it's not. Okay, so we've got this 6204 as our first downside right now, which is this fib line here. And if we bring it in a little bit, you'll see that 6204 is the negative 272. Aha, hesitation. That's what we went to today. If we break that, it's that 6086, and that's the fibit. Is our next downside target. On the upside, 6,300, because we've got two things happening in there. We have the 62.9980, the 63.0320, which is part of the ABC pattern, right? And then 6,400 is the next upside from there. And of course, that takes us to, let's highlight it and mark it here, what would be our all-time high, which came in yesterday, ironically, right? If we go and look at the VIX, fear is up. Man, we're up 4 points on the VIX. So we go from 15, call it 16. We go from 16 to 20. That's 25% increase in the VIX for a 100-point move in the S&P. Sorry, way overreaction. But, if you had put options on something, they should have rose very nicely in premium today. Hopefully you were able to capitalize on those, right? But the manipulation that took place in VIX, unless we get a continuation slide, I think we'll see it start to pull back just a little bit. All right, so keep your eye on the S&P. If we go to the bigger picture on the S&P, we go look at weeklies and monthlies in there. Let's see what that brings for us. So that weekly still keeps us in a bullish bias right now. I mean, there's nothing to worry about. There's nothing there. This might be what we need for the new fib to be drawn on a weekly chart. We look at a monthly chart. Let's see, didn't want to do that. I was trying to click the word monthly. We look at the monthly chart, and yeah, we're back off a little bit, but again, I'm not really that concerned with what the weekly or the monthly are doing right now. The daily, yeah, there's a little bit of fear, a little bit of concern there, and there should be for everybody, right? Where do we go? I'm not worried about anything right now until we break this fib line. Once we break that 6204 level, that's what we've got to look at. How does it break? Does it break and come back? Does it break, retest, and fail? And then we look down to the next fib line, not the 55. I don't care about that for targets. It's not a concern for me. That's a trend indicator only. But overall, we look then at that next fib line, and now we start measuring percentage of pullback from the all-time high, which is here. We look for a 10% correction and a 10% pullback, a 20% correction from there. Right? So with that, ladies and gentlemen, have a great rest of your day. Enjoy your weekend, and I will see all of you at our next update. Bye for now.